Hello, Facebook world, and anywhere where you're viewing from, whether it be morning, day, or night. I want to talk a little bit about motivation, and I just want to clarify a few things. I'm no guru on the topic, nor have I got qualifications within this topic. At the end of the day, I'm not going to preach to you that I'm the best person on this topic, but I wanted to share something with you that I think a few people will probably resonate with, and maybe it'll help them move forward with their own progression and their own motivation struggles. Because I know certainly I've struggled quite a lot over the last year to year and a half with my own motivation, and to the point where I was only really training. I wish I was traveling, to the point where I was only training maybe 2 or 3 days a week, and the training sessions weren't exactly of great quality like they were prior. Now, there's a few things that I want to talk about in relation to all of this, which I've made a few notes on. So my question is to you: have you ever struggled with motivation when it comes to health and fitness, whether it comes to dieting or whatever your plan is that you're trying to follow to help keep you fit and healthy? Because let's face facts, that's all what most of us are after, especially when you get past 30. You then start to realize, actually, I need to probably do something. So motivation for a lot of people is a big struggle, because often it's the low motivation that's stopping them or preventing them from actually going and doing something in the gym, maybe joining a new club, a sports club, a running club, or maybe you've had something happen in your life, like a life event, such as a divorce, or let's say a child, something along those lines. Often it knocks people out. Even if somebody's been very into their fitness or health and looking after themselves for a number of years, sometimes you get something that just comes in and goes wallop, and then you're like, oh, what do I do now? And it puts you off your path that you're following to keep looking after yourself, basically. Now, like I said, I'm no guru on this topic, but I just wanted to share my experience with you and a few things that you might want to look at if you're struggling with motivation yourself. Now, something that I found over this last year and a half, my business has really got in the way of everything that I've been doing. And it became to the point where I was making that the priority over everything because of various things that I've been doing. And that's a story for another day. But that became priority, which then caused me to then think, oh, actually, I can't go to the gym because I haven't got time, because I've got so much other stuff to get on with, and that becomes higher priority. That then led to me having low motivation to then try and find the time another day to go and do it. So consequently, my workouts got cut down. When I was used to training 3 to 4, maybe even 5, 6 days a week sometimes, it all of a sudden dropped off the face of the earth. Consequently, what's happened is I've managed to maintain my weight. I've fluctuated a little bit, maybe a couple of kilos, which is fine, because I managed to manage a chunk of it through my nutrition. However, I'm not as happy as when I'm training, because I know I get a feel-good factor off of training, and I have more of a zest for life, more get up and go. You'll probably notice the same, and it's again to do with hormones in your body, but again, that's for a topic for another day. So I've been really putting off doing anything until last year, back end of last year. So it was October last year. Somebody who I was working with, and an idea that somebody presented to me was a 6-week challenge, and it was to make you accountable. So I thought, well, what can I do? So I thought, right, let's dig deep here. Let's make myself do 6 weeks of following something very simplistic. Now, I kept getting myself overwhelmed that I weren't training in the gym and I weren't lifting weights, and that was overwhelming on top of everything else, and I didn't need that, because that's just adding to stress. So what I did was I set myself on very simple goals. It was to eat 4 really nutritious meals a day. Okay, it didn't mean going really low carb. It didn't mean cutting out loads of stuff. It just meant eating nutritious nutritionally dense meals, which will ultimately help me curve my calorie intake. I also set myself a goal of 6 hours of minimum sleep a night, because there's a lot of nights where I was only sleeping 5 hours or 4 hours or not at all because I was busy working in the background. Then I also set myself a goal to move 5 days a week. And those movements could be a walk, it could be a run, it could be playing in the park with the kids, it could be going to the gym and lifting weights, literally anything. But I just needed something to kickstart me. And that little switchover was what really helped. However, Christmas hits. I was dead determined to not do anything silly, and I'd lost a bit of weight on the run up to Christmas. I'd lost about 3 kilos in that space of time, in that 6 weeks. Then I hit Christmas. What did I do? Had a few tasties, went a little bit off, ended up overindulging way past where I should have, and gained a bit of weight back again. So the weight I'd lost all come back. Guess what happened? My motivation went, why? Because I'd gained the weight that I'd lost. Not only that, I again went back to the same old theme of, because I got out of my routine. I can't be bothered to go to the gym. I've got these work things to do again. So I had to sit down again. Somebody suggested, let's try the 6-week thing again. Okay, let's go for it. So I decided again to put the 6-week thing in place, set myself first couple of weeks just to get moving. And then I started to think, actually, what else could I do to help myself? What is triggering me to not want to go and train in the gym? Is it my goals that are not strong enough? Maybe. Is it because of other stuff I'm making excuses to myself? Maybe. And what I'd realised after I sat down and actually thought about it, I'd actually realised that that basically I'd been focusing on the wrong thing. I'd made my focus body composition and being lean, and that was not my goal. I have no intentions of getting really lean at this minute in time. That can be wait for another day. But all now I care about is being able to move well, being able to eat reasonably well. Still want to enjoy a beer with my friends when I can, because I've been quite antisocial for the last 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, however long. But I want to be able to move well. I want to just feel fit and healthy. I want to feel well rested in the morning, like I've had a good night's sleep. You know, it's not a lot to ask. I want, like you guys probably want, or girls want, you know, I want to be healthy and fit too. So I realized that for me, chasing body composition goals is not the way forward. So I changed my focus to health and fitness, and just being able to move well, maybe go on a run if I want to, maybe able to go in the weights room if I want to, and be able to train 4 days a week, 5 days a week. And that is enough. That's where I felt that is enough. So I set myself those small goals, started on them. Then I was talking with another friend who had been doing some boxing, and I thought, actually, fancy giving something else a go. He'd said how much fun he had enjoyed it because he had moved away from his own body composition goals and done more of a fitness-based thing. And do you know what? He was loving it. So I thought I'd give it a go. So I've recently started boxing, pad work boxing, not sparring. And not because I have any intentions of fighting, but because I purely want to get fitter. I want to get healthier. I want my conditioning level to come back because, you know, if I try and run a mile, I'm struggling, or I was struggling about 6 weeks ago. And that's all I want to be able to do. I want to be able to move better and feel better. So I took that on with the intention that that would help kickstart me getting the motivation to go back in the gym and train in the gym regular. So 2 weeks into January, I decided to opt for doing the boxing. So I'll go boxing coaching once a week, one-on-one with my coach. And you know what? I'm absolutely loving it because I shut off mentally because I have to think about all the different combinations. And I get a really good workout because that's all I'm focusing on is on the training. I'm shut off from everything else. I've got nothing else going on in my head. If you're a business owner, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. Or if you're a stay-at-home mum, you've always got things on your head. You know, do I need to cook this? Do I need to do that? You know, have I got to sort out this member of staff? There's always things going through your head all the while. So, and I think it's hard to shut off sometimes. So that's why it's really helping me. Since those 5 weeks of me now having boxing coaching, lo and behold, what's happened? I'm back in the gym. I'm training 3 to 4 weight sessions a week. I'm getting in 1 to 2 cardio sessions a week and my boxing. Right? It sometimes just a small shift in focus, a breaking of a habit, trying something new might actually help you. It's worth giving it a go. Like I say, I'm no guru on this, and I'm not going to portray that I'm a massive guru on it, and I'm not going to feed you some massive motivational speech, because that's just way out of my scope of practice. But at the end of the day, I want to just help people out there and make them understand, and make maybe yourself, if this has helped you, understand that sometimes by changing up what you do, trying something different, trying something new to focus on, will help you kickstart your motivation. Because if it was once there, there's a good possibility it's still there. It just needs a kickstart, or you need a shift in focus on what you're doing. It's massively helped me, and it might be able to help you. I had a conversation with another client the other day, and they had tested out 2 new things, 2 new other classes or something along those lines. I'm not going to go into detail, but they tried something new, and guess what? Surprise, surprise, they shut off mentally, and they're a busy mum. So what I'm trying to say to you is go out and try something new, whether it be a class, yoga, Pilates, swimming, a new sport, maybe dodgeball. I used to play dodgeball and don't do that anymore. It could be anything along those lines. All of those things will help you with your goals for health and fitness. Not only that, they will help you lose some weight as well, because you're just moving more. And that is a big problem for a lot of people. Monitoring my step count, I'm not doing nowhere near enough steps. That's why I'm forcing myself to walk the dog every day, amongst doing all the other stuff I'm doing, to keep my movement up. So, like I say, just make a change. Use those little tips along the way. But something I want to get you to think about is look at your time management, look at your sleep, look at your food, and look at your stress levels, because then often they will influence your motivation. If you're knackered and tired and don't want to get up and do anything in the morning, or you come home from work absolutely shattered and you just want to loaf on the sofa, it's unlikely you're going to get the motivation to go and do a fitness class or go to the gym or cook a healthy meal or anything along those lines. So look at those. If you're eating the wrong foods, if you're eating highly sugary foods, you're going to get a lot of ups and downs. And, you know, if you're not seeing any, all you're doing is gaining weight or going up in gene sizes, then, you know, ultimately what's that going to do? Demotivate you again. If you're highly stressed, got lots of work on your plate, stressed at work, stressed with family life, stressed financially, stressed socially, because that happens too, it's all going to build up. And again, all you're going to do is look for things for quick fixes that are going to pick you up. So just address those as well, and try and utilize what I've pointed out today. Hopefully it's helped someone. Another good couple of resources I would probably say, there's if you go to Precision Nutrition's website, there's some really good stuff with their motivational stuff on there. Tony Robbins is another really good one, who's very good with his motivational stuff. So look at those guys. I believe there's some books, if I can find the names of the books, because I can't remember. I've got a load of books on my shelf. I'll have to have a look at them. But if there's any that are relevant, I'll post them in the post below on this. I'm hoping to make these live streams a regular thing. I want to help more people. Something else I should mention to you before I go. Basically, we've got a Train with Nick Facebook group. I do a lot of videos, nutritional recipes, question and answers in the Facebook group. It's called Train with Nick. If you search it on Facebook, you can find us on there. Alternatively, you can follow us on our other social media platforms. We have a YouTube channel under Body Transformation Center. We've got Instagram as well under Body Transformation Center. And we have Twitter under Body TC. And we also have our LinkedIn. We're always popping out content to help you guys and girls get better results. Hopefully help get started on some form of fitness or health journey, whatever your motivation is, because everyone will have different goals. And I want to make this something regular as we progress and move forward. So on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you all. I'm going to need to get off because I've got to eat some dinner because I'm starving hungry. And I hope that story helped you a little bit. Take care.